condemning us to grief without end. In vain we prayed to the bleak heavens. The 12 gods descended from above. To lead the charge against the great evil. Invoking holy light, the gods smote the evil, and granted us our lost hope once more. We and our world were thus reborn. And so, as time flows endlessly on, our nightmare has faded into legend. Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. Produced in 1996. New game. The Jugdral chronology. The Kingdom of Gran is born on the June River's west bank. Gran transitions into a republic, and the republic's territory expands. Great Purge, the Sorrow of Militos, the Edda Massacre, Prince Myra rejects his royal kin, a resistance across Jugdral, Miracle of Darna, and the Holy War begins. The downfall, and then they form 5 independent kingdoms, and Granvale is born. Kingdom of Granvale. At the heart of the continent of Jugdral lies Granvale, a kingdom founded by Saint Haim of the 12 Crusaders. Supporting the royal family, the heirs of Haim are 6 noble houses, each also descended from a crusader of old. The 6 states, while still subservient to the royal family, each occupy vast swaths of Granvale's land and maintain mighty militaries of their own. Owing to King Asmer's advanced age, the governance of Granvale falls to his son, the highly respected Prince Kurth. Kurth has 2 trusted advisors in his rule, Lord Byron of House Chalfie, and Lord Ring of House Jungby. Granvale's Chancellor, Lord Reptor of Friege, has long objected to the threat to his influence posed by Kurth and his advisors, and has allied himself with the avaricious Lord Langbalt of House Dozel to form a faction opposed to Kurth's rule over Granvale. The young Duke of House Velthomer, Lord Alvis, leads the Royal Guard, in the King's care, and so has little time for the circus of politics. Only Father Cloud of House Edda could foresee the oncoming storm. Into the midst of this tense situation comes dire news from Jugdral's east. Darna, a town in the Yi Desert with deep ties to Granvale, is now besieged by savage warriors from Isaac. Reports of a brutal massacre abound. The news is met by the people of Granvale with furious cries for retribution, and before long the kingdom declares war on Isaac. Prince Kurth leads Granvale's charge on his father's behalf, commanding the military might of the kingdom's 6 houses. At Kurth's side, as always, is none other than Lord Byron, a highly decorated hero of peerless valor in his own right. Granvale has poured its entire military might into the Isaac campaign, and precious few soldiers remain behind with its neighbors. Augustria to the west. and Verdane to the south, bound in alliance with Granville. None dared to dream they could ever be threatened. It is not long at all, however, before the people's confidence is shattered. As if from nowhere, a vast horde from Verdane, led by Prince Gandalf, crosses the Granvale border and lays siege to Jungby Castle. In Lord Ring's absence, his daughter, Lady Ideen, is Jungby's only guardian. Lord Byron has entrusted the defense of Granvale in his absence to his son, Sigurd, who remains at Chalfie Castle with a mere handful of soldiers. A friend of Ideen since childhood, Sigurd is horrified to hear of the Jungby siege, and even with so few soldiers is determined to protect Ideen and his fatherland from the savage Verdonite hordes. The year is 757, Grand Calendar, and thus the threshold of fate is cast open. Nobody could have known then that this simple disturbance was but the first of countless calamities to come. Prologue, Birth of a Crusader. Jungby. Milady, the castle is completely surrounded. We failed you. We couldn't do a thing to save you from them. It's alright, my dear. Every one of you did the best you could. Please, you needn't worry about me. You must ensure that as many of you survive this as possible. No, milady, we might not stand a chance, but every last one of us will give our lives to protect you right to the very end. Thank you, my dear. I'm so sorry. Chalfie. Gandalf's army has Jungby already surrounded. Ideen is in grave danger. Noish, I'm going to help her. I'm leaving Chalfie in your hands. Hold, my lord. Surely you don't intend to go alone. Nearly all of our forces are already on the march to Isaac with father. There's hardly anybody left to call upon. They may be simple savages, but Verdane's army is still huge. I can't risk your lives by forcing you to face them. Perish the thought, my lord. I was born a knight, and I will gladly risk dying a knight's death in your name. To allow our lord to die alone in battle would be an unspeakable disgrace. We shall be by your side, every step of the way. Alec, I trust you're of the same mind? Yeah, of course, but there's more than just Jungby at stake. We've got to stop by the nearby villages first. Those thugs will try to beat us to them, and they'll loot and massacre and burn them all down if they do. We've got to get there first and lend the locals a hand in locking the villages down and fortifying their defenses. Absolutely, we mustn't neglect our knightly duties to the people. Especially not at a time like this. Good point, Alec. Actually, that was all Oife's idea. That kid's every bit the tactician they say he is. Give him a few years and he'll be a match for his old grandpa, Lord Cesar. Oife's still around the castle, huh? Oife, I know you're here. You can come out now. My apologies, sir, for still being here, sire. Still, if you would allow it, I'd like to join you in battle. I can't just sit back while you risk your lives. I don't know, you're still so young. Are you sure you're ready for this? I'm already 14, sire. I may not be battle ready just yet, but there's still so much I can do to support you. Please, allow me to accompany you. I swear I won't let you down. Fair enough, Oife. After all, you've already spent 2 years training as my squire. Real battlefield experience would be fantastic for your training, but you're still definitely not up to actual combat duty for now. How about you ride with me as my advisor instead? Yes, thank you, sire, thank you. My lord, what of the defense of Chalfie itself in our absence? Leaving the castle unattended is risky. Should the enemy slip past us, an unguarded castle will fall easily and spell us a swift end. Noish, I'd say there's only one man we can depend on for that. Arden? Hold on a moment, why me, Alec? Sturdy as a brick wall, strong as an ox, slow as a turtle. Face it, Arden, you were born for guard duty. Ha, I'm strong and tough, I know, but you really don't need to call me slow. He has a point, Arden. You're the most apt at guard duty. Fine, I'll do it, but you have to bring me with you at least once. I don't want to be left out of the action. Right, men, it's time to set out. Let's start by assisting the villages, and then it's onward to Jungbi. Alright, so let's go ahead and go over our units. We have Sigurd, he is our Night Lord. He's level 5, 35 HP, 14 strength, 0 magic, 11 skill, 12 speed, 7 luck, 9 defense, and 3 resistance. He comes equipped with an iron sword, or a steel sword, and an iron lance. His class is Night Lord. Then we have Noish, our Cavalier. He's going to be level 3, 33 HP. He has 11 strength, 0 magic, 7 skill, 8 speed, 4 luck, 8 defense, 0 resistance, and a steel sword. And we didn't go over these guys' skills, which we definitely will. So weapon level is going to be B for swords, C for lances. He does come with the critical skill. It gives him the ability to inflict critical hits, doubling his attack power. And then we have a cost. If agile, the user may continue a round of battle. So his authorities under Sigurd, 8 movement, 2,000 in funds, level 1 arena. Most people will have the exact same thing here. And then you'll also see that the lover and talk conversations are blank because none of those events are necessary yet. So for authority of Sigurd, he does have 2 authority stars. Again, that other stuff is blank. His movement is 9, his funds are 5,000, and his arena level is 1. So characters with Holy Blood will have a star next to the actual weapon that their Holy Blood allows them to use the legendary weapon for. So that basically means they can use any sword in the game off rip. Then he also has a B in lances, and we also have the pursuit skill. So it allows the user to double the attack if their attack speed exceeds their foe. Now for Alec, our other Cavalier. These guys are essentially the Christmas Cavs. He's one level below Noish. He's level 2. HP is 32, strength is 9, 0 magic, 9 skill, 10 speed, 4 luck, 7 defense, and 0 resistance, and he comes equipped with an iron sword. 8 movement, 2,000 funds, level 1 arena, B in swords, and C in lances. He has Pursuit, which allows him to double attack if his speed exceeds his foe, and he also has Nihil, so the user is immune to critical hits, skills, and crippling hits. So him and Noish essentially cancel each other out in combat pretty much. Then you have Arden. He's going to be our Armor Knight, or our Sword Armor. Level 3, HP is 36, his fighting skill is that he has 13 strength, 0 magic, 5 skill, 4 speed, 3 luck, 13 defense, and 0 resistance, and he comes equipped with an iron sword. His weapon level is going to be B rank in swords, 5 movement, 2,000 funds, level 1 arena, and he does have Vantage. So the user will always strike first whenever he's in a pinch. So whenever his health is below half, he will trigger Vantage. And now off we go. And immediately strike out with Sigurd and take the furthermost position from the castle. And this guy gets 1 shot, or 2 shot, 1 rounded essentially. And I know in the cutscene it says to just leave Arden on the castle, but I really would like to try and get him some combat. So I usually have him depart, because any level of movement is good for him. A lot of people, get upset about mobility, but there's always something that you can do with the units in this game. You just really have to mobilize them. They can just gang up on enemies, right? And you also have the arena to siphon off levels, which is probably one of the better mechanics and has been improved on in the new installments of the games. So we end our turn here. And it's the Evans Castle phase. You curs seriously haven't seized this puny castle yet? Useless, the lot of you. Out of my way, I'll do it myself. You, not bad for being here all on your lonesome, but I've had enough of your struggling. Milady, forgive me. My dear. Well, looks like we have quite the gem here. The Young Beast Princess to boot. You're coming home with me, dearie. Listen up, DiMaggio. I'm heading back. You and Gerard are in charge. Yes, sir. Ha, relax, won't be long. And I'll be bringing Kin Baitslot along for the fun. When I do, all Granville's our oyster. Even Valhalla ought to be easy pickings. What, with nobody around to stop us? The kingdom's all ours, boys. Leave it to us, sir. Oi, quit your dawdling. We don't have all day, you know. Cut the bridge. I'll have none of those Granville worms crossing over here. Yes, sir. Oi, Gerard. I'm going back to Marfa for now. You're in charge of the border. Stay sharp, we clear? Yes, sir, but your lordship, who's that there dame you have? The spoils of war, my boy. She's coming back to Marfa to marry me. What do you think, a real keeper, eh? I'll say, just looking at her's making my mouth water. Back off, this one's mine. You'll have your pick of all Granville once we're done here. Keep it in your pants a little longer, yeah? What animals, gods above, I implore you, bestow upon these men a hint of human decency. Oi, what are you mumbling about now? We're out of here. No dawdling, you hear? Get to work, boys. Our next stop's Chalfie. Don't forget to milk the villages for all they got. It looks like we made it in time, Lex. And by the look of it, Sigurd's staring down the entire Verdane army, with just a handful of men. Bet he'll be glad for the help, but geez, Hazel, I can't believe I let you drag me into another mess like this. With the war in Isaac going on, there's hardly anyone left to defend Granville. Sigurd's few knights are all we have, and they're out here risking their lives on behalf of the entire country. I couldn't just leave them to die. Huh. We both know there's more to it than that. Come on, Hazel. What's the real reason we're here? I have no idea what you mean. It's that Lady Ideen of Jungby, isn't it? Come on, everybody knows you like her. You just came for her sake, didn't you? No, of course not, you dolt. Really? Then why's your face beat red? Looks like somebody's got a girlfriend. Lex, knock it off. Come on, we're wasting time. Ha, got it. Time to teach these Verdanize thugs a lesson or two. Alright, and we have 2 more units. So we have Lex, our Axe Knight. He's level 4, HP is 33, his fighting skill is Strength 10, Magic is 0, Skill is 0, well, Skill is 10, Speed is 11, Luck is 8, Defense is 9, and Resistance is 0. He comes equipped with an Iron Axe. He does have a talk conversation with Sigurd. His axe rank is going to be A. He doesn't have that star that Sigurd has. Movement is 8. Funds are 5,000, and his arena level is 1. He has Vantage, just like Arden. He will always attack first in a pinch. And then we have Paragon, which doubles his user experience. So he's going to level a lot faster than everyone else. So if you need to build the heavy hitter quickly, Lex is definitely your guy. And we also have Azel. So Azel is a mage. He's level 1. His HP is 30, strength is 0, magic is 10, skill is 7, speed is 9, luck is 2, defense is 2, and resistance is 6. He comes equipped with a fire tome. He has B in fire magic, C in thunder, C in wind. His authority is Sigurd, and his movement is 5 with funds of 5,000. His arena level is 1, and he comes with the same pursuit skill that Sigurd and Alec have. Alright, and we'll get in a round of combat. And just visit the village. Pay attention, kid. Weapons aren't created equal, see? Swords best axes, axes best lances, and lances best swords. This right here is why you've got to use your head before you blunder into battle. Speaking of battle, if you ever find yourself hurting out there, a chapel is the best place to go. It ain't free, mind. Every bit of health you regain there will cost you 5 gold pieces, but you can't put a price on your health. 5,000 gold obtained. And we will enter this final round of combat, and we can actually give Arden some action. Pro tip, in Fire Emblem or strategy games, just attack with the guys in the backline first. That's how you could even get like action for someone like Arden. You can let him pick off the stragglers. And we'll attack this guy with Sigurd. And since those guys are going to try and like reach for the castle anyway, it gives Arden something to do. He's an armor knight, sure, but there's plenty of things that you can do to offset the fact that he doesn't have the best mobility. Like, if you're aware of where the ambush spawns are going to be, you can help him out in arena. He can pick up stragglers, and if you know the enemy's headed in a particular direction, just have him wait there and choke a point. And with the warp staffs and everything else, like, it's not necessarily bad in this game to be able to use him, because you can transfer him to whatever castle is going to have the most action. And we wrap up with this guy. 28 experience for Alec. And that's going to end our turn. Do we dodge? No, we actually get hit. And Arden wraps up with that guy perfectly. $34 XP for our Armor Knight. That would have been nice if you hit that. And I do have to beeline it to that village. And we get our final set of units for this map. Well, there's one more person. Good, we aren't too late. I pray Sigurd is still unhurt. I'm sure my brother's doing just fine out here, but it won't be easy without a magic user in his ranks. I want to do all I can as a healer to help out and save lives. Quan, I'm sorry I dragged you into this mess as well. I know Chalfie isn't my family anymore, now that we're married, but I couldn't just sit back and do nothing. Thank you so much for coming, not just from me, but from Sigurd. There's no need for thanks, Ethelyn. Sigurd is every bit as important to me as he is to you, remember? He is my brother-in-law now, after all, and I couldn't possibly leave you to fight all alone. Thank you, dear. Thank you so much. My lord, my lady, we should hurry. Lord Sigurd still awaits us on the battlefield, just ahead. And to go over our new units, we have Quan, our Duke Knight. He's level 4. His HP is 34, Strength is 16, 0 Magic, 10 Skill, 10 Speed, 5 Luck, 10 Defense, 3 Resistance, and he comes with a Steel Lance and a Javelin. So, his authority is going to be under Sigurd's army. His lover is Ethlin. He needs to talk to Sigurd. He has 9 movements, 5,000 funds, and he has the Continue skill. He may strike foes 2 successive times if he is faster. And then you have his lance rank being the Star, so it means that he can use one of the holy weapons. Then we have Finn, his apprentice Lance Knight. He's level 1, HP 32, 9 Strength, 0 Magic, 8 Skill, 10 Speed, 8 Luck, 7 Defense, 0 Resistance, and an Iron Lance. No lover, no talk conversation, 8 movement, 2,000 funds. B in Lances, he has Pursuit just like Alec and Sigurd. And he also has Miracle, so he may endure a lethal hit in a pinch. And lastly, we have one of my favorite units and favorite characters, Miss Ethlin. So Ethlin is a Troubadour. She's level 1. Her HP is 28. Strength is 5. She has 8 Magic, 11 Skill, 12 Speed, 8 Luck, 4 Defense, and 6 Resistance. She comes with a Slim Sword and a Heal Staff. Her lover is Quan. She talks with Sigurd, 8 movement, and 4,000 in funds. She also has critical. User can inflict critical hits, doubling their attack power. She has an A in swords and a C in staves. The reason, since she's related to Sigurd, that she only gets an A is because she has minor Bloggy blood. So, or actually, minor Balder blood. Broggy is the staff user's blood. So, he has a major, while she has, and he also has major holy blood. It comes in Nova, that's why he gets the star. Azel has minor Vala blood, that's why he doesn't get the star. Lex has minor near holy blood, and she has minor Balder holy blood. So we have 3 minor holy blood users and 2 major holy blood users. But at this time, this is all we have time for in this episode. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next part. Peace.